I am the least racist person. I love Mexican people. I have such a great relationship to Mexico. I hire thousands.
It was really nice to meet you, AJ.
Yeah, you too.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. The rich Mexicans, they're great people. Friends of mine, they buy my apartments. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and a very tough, I've used the word on occasion, hombre. A very tough hombre is breaking into the window of a young woman.
AJ?
I moved on her like a bitch. I moved on her like a bitch. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy. Grab him by the pussy.
Do you think Biden will debate Trump?
In a heartbeat, will Trump show up?
If I was Biden, at this point, he could arguably say, I'm not going to legitimize his candidacy by debating him.
I think they should set a date for a debate. I think when Trump doesn't show up, Biden should show up anyway and take questions. That's free media.
Listen, when I watch Biden speak, I'm nervous. I don't know. I believe him to be a sensible, rational man who just does not present well.
Wait a minute. What about the State of the Union last year? There was the heckling from the crowd. That man was fast on his feet.
He led the Republicans right into a trap about protecting Social Security and Medicare. You're right.
Some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal. Well, I'm glad to see you. And I tell you, I enjoy conversion. We all apparently agree. Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be sponsored. All right.
But let's all admit, we were surprised that happened. We were thrilled that it happened.
We were.
But none of us saw it coming,
care,
and none of us would have put money on it. He did a great job at the State of the Union, but we would not call that typical Biden performance. Maybe he just has a problem memorizing facts and reading from the prompter. Do you think he needs
Maybe
glasses?
he shouldn't do that. I think the place where he shows up best is, like a lot of us, one-on-one. His empathy is, his EQ, it's just way up there.
Yeah, it's really interesting that he does not get enough credit for that. In our own personal lives, the most empathetic person we have, we usually treasure and value and rely on in order for us to get through trials in our own lives. But this guy,
such a good point.
He shepherded us through the pandemic. Economists who were saying a recession was inevitable are now all saying we're probably going to have a soft landing, right? He just goes in and does the work. And he comes out and says, common sense, folks. Let's look out for each other. He excels at empathy more than Barack Obama, I would say, because he's maybe it's a grandfatherly element in him, but he does seem to be someone who has seen it all and done it all. And much like my parents, I go to them with a big trial or tribulation in my life, and they're like, oh, that happened to me 40 years ago. Don't worry about it. I worried about it. It all turned out fine. Here's what you need to do. I take their advice. It always works out fine. That's Joe Biden.